Why my people now welcome to this channel where we dey give now bonge update on wetin dey happen for Biafran territory. Now see as the men of the Biafran Liberation Army they serve the zoo woto. This one na for Umaya. Now see say the 2nd of December na very sacrament day. It is not negotiable. Now waiting Prime Minister don't talk with that. We go cleanse the Biafran territory. The holy angels that are called to do the wonders, they go finish this job. And at the grace, and at the end, and by the grace of Chukwukabiama, the zoo go end. Now see as the zoo president, they give am woto from every angle. See as a day for this picture for the left hand side. I want to make hear this update from PM.
In addition to that, I always confess Jesus Christ as my personal Lord and Savior. In case anybody don't understand that, I am a child of God. I am a child of God, and Ejiram Chineke egwu, Ejiram Jesus egwu. At the same time, I have my culture. I understand my culture because culture is the way of life of people. So anybody that doesn't understand his or her culture is a lost person. So I understand my culture. I respect my culture because it is the way of life of our people. So I respect because at the same time, I embrace this so-called foreign God. I love Jesus Christ so much, and he is my personal Lord and Savior. It is my own personal business. It is nobody else. I'm not doing it to impress anybody, but I confess Jesus Christ as personal Lord and Savior. At the same time, I value my culture. I value Chukwu Okike. A lot of people don't even know what the Chukwu Okike. In those days, in our land, we have what we call Chukwu Okike in our compound. Everybody, we learn about Chukwu Okike. It is a way to communicate with your own God. How you communicate with your own God is your business. So, I can there.
Thank you, our able Prime Minister. We are also honored to have our Chief of Staff. But Chief of Staff, please bear with me. There is this person here that probably have gone to gather some questions, and I'm really curious to have this face here. Mayor, have you gotten the questions now? I'm going to give you the last chance. Open your mic and let's see if we've got any question for the Prime Minister.
All right. Good evening. I have some questions, and some sincere questions I will need answers.
All right.
But
make sure you go straight to the point. Go ahead.
Before I start, I will have to say something. Please. There is a guy you called Umokoko. Raphael,
Please, I'm going to remove you. I'm going to remove you now if you don't ask your question.
It's very unprofessional who claims to be representing people to call someone Umokoko when you think that person asked a sincere question.
Please go ahead and ask your question. If you are not doing Umokoko, ask your question.
When you conduct a space, I expect you.
Wait,
Raf, allow him to speak. Allow him.
I expect you to be more professional. You don't call people who might be a bit confused. You call them Umokoko on a space that maybe there are international people listening. I expect you to be more professional. That's my advice. Now, this is my question. I have been following, and my question goes like this. I have seen there are some situation here whereby there is an attack on the military personnel, and they invade villages, burning homes and markets, maybe abducting innocent youth. I want to know if there are plans, maybe after the said 2nd of December, to make sure that this type of attacks are minimized. This is my first question.
Okay, sorry. Before I answer you, can you be specific? What kind of attack will be minimized? You mean the military burning the villages and all that? or abducting our people?
Yes.
Okay, so
yeah, I'm talking about.
okay, so you know that the military are burning and abducting our people, right? And your question
So,
is, what do we do to minimize it?
yes. Is there any plan on ground
Okay, all
to
right.
make
Let
sure
me
this type of
let me answer you, please. Everybody stay quiet, please. Yes, as
No,
a
they
matter
are,
of
PM, they are, the destruction is coming from their end, so they are plenty
okay,
there.
so everybody
Yeah.
stay muted, please. All right. So yes, as a matter of fact, there is a plan, and the plan is what you see today, because the level of killing by the Nigeria terrorist army, that's what addressed them, because that's what they are. It have reduced drastically compared to what we used to witness in the past. And you can agree with me, no matter how bad you see it today, it was worse in the past. Prior to 2021, we saw worse attack on our land, and immediately Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in 2021. They unleashed mayhem, the worst, massacre of our people, and burning of our properties and villages witnessed from 2021 to 2022, until I pick it up from there, and the whole thing begin to reduce. So we begin to make sure we attack them in self-defense. And so attacking them is not something that will, reduce their barbarism overnight. It's something that takes time. And that time it is taken from 2022 to 2023 to 2024. You cannot check yourself. Check those places they have been attacking before. Check Biafra land yourself and see the differences that we have made today. Today we have reduced the attack to the minimum. And it will continue like that until we make sure we evict all of them from Biafra land as we pursue the international recognition of Biafra. So that's where we are. We may not be able to stop them completely. Even them, they cannot stop, they are part of the terrorists in Nigeria, so they cannot stop every attack against Nigeria indigenous people. So we are going to make sure that we suppress them to the minimum. And that's exactly what we are doing. So by the day, we reduce their strength until there will be no more. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for that answer. And please, according to my research on the Biafra government in exile, I realized that the legitimacy of a government in exile depends on its local supporters in the grassroots levels. So I have also realized that there are some areas where there is a means of communication. I have seen you post something like a radio, and a radio, yeah. So, and in the part of Biafra land where I reside, I don't think there are people who know much about what is going on. So even some of them rely on me for some information, yeah, which I know few of the information I give them too. So I'm also asking to know if there are plans to make sure that everybody is carried along, maybe educated in some part of Biafra land, to educate them on what to expect after 2nd of December, and why 2nd of December is very important.
That's exactly what we are doing here. So now, if you are one of the channel of their communication, you are in this space. So whatever you learn from this space, I don't know when you join, you can now go and continue your job like that, because no government will get everything right. And especially we that are in exile, because of the fragile situation in the homeland, we are in exile, operating from exile. So not even the so-called government have any influence in the homeland to control the communication or make everybody to be informed of what is going on. Many of the things happening, we in exile are the one informing people back home. Many of them don't know when terrorists come to their backyard and kill their neighbors. They don't even know about it. It is us that shares the information to the neighboring villages that they have attacked them, or they have attacked your neighbor, and they will begin to see it on social media. So it is something that takes time, and we are making progress in that aspect. So if you are the channel of communication to the Biafrans that are where you are, you just continue that way. Make sure you tell them the truth and tell them what you know. Do not carry propaganda on behalf of the Nigerian government, because by the time they find out the truth, you become the enemy. because they're going to find the truth. They're going to find out the truth one day. So if you are one of those who carry propaganda to them and lie to them, one day they're going to find out the truth, and then you become a bad person, and it may cost your life.
I'm saying this because not everybody, especially the grandpas in the village, and that not everybody is on social media.
Yes, so not everybody is on social media. But have you wondered how Biafra were able to gather almost 30 million votes and 50 million votes and counting? Nigeria government, with all their radio and all that, they could not even have up to 25 million votes in Biafra territory. 25 million or 24 million registered votes, only 4 million voted in the general election. The results are there. But look at our grassroots awareness. We have 40 United States of Biafra. In each state, we have 15 counties. These 15 counties of each state have been occupied by county head. And in these counties, we have in each county 5 districts. These 5 districts have also been occupied by district head. And in this, it means that we are also in the grassroots. So those people that are lacking information are those who are not interested, or who are not interested in the Biafra struggle until now. So now they begin to pay some kind of interest because they see the direction where we are going, and they are looking for information. And most of them are just looking for the information now. But we have actually captured a great number of Biafra, up to 50 million. That's completely in examination. It's a pass mark. So we do not expect to capture the entire Biafra territory to make sure we get to every individual. It is impossible, especially at this stage that we're operating. So this particular number we've gotten now so far in the self-referendum is a pass mark to attract international interest and international recognition. And that's all we need. We cannot get everything 100%. You understand what I'm saying? So with what we have done so far, we give credit to ourselves and then push it to the next level, which is now making this particular self-referendum, using it to generate this legal document, including the ratification of the United Nations, different international human rights laws, make it a legal document and begin to push for international recognition of Biafra. In addition to our sit at home, which every one of you, some of you in those days, have criticized so badly. But we stand on our ground. They say, yeah, we are killing people to sit at home. At the end of the day, the same people have come after 3 years to say, in fact, they have not agreed that Biafrans are willingly sitting at home. It is a price and sacrifice that they have to make for us to be able to delegitimize Nigeria, to prove that Nigeria no longer control at least some part of the Biafra territory. It may not be all, but the biggest part of the Biafra territory, Nigeria has no control over them. And that part is the hinterland, the southeast. Thank you.
All right.
Right. You have one last question, please. One last question. Pick the best question that have bothered you. That very best one. Pick it and ask it. Just one more question.
Let me ask one more question. There was a viral video that some people were posting where there were gunmen. I don't know if it is the Biafra Liberation Army but let me say there were armed men on that video saying, if you don't sit at home, you will die. So I'm just saying, if it is the Biafra Liberation Army, that maybe they should be told on how to, they should be controlled on what they say while on camera when they go about to enforce the order that is given to them. Because I know that some people are looking for loopholes to say this is the criminality or this is what they are doing wrong. So I advocate for them to be properly disciplined. Thank you. Thank you for your answers.
Thank you very much. And I will tell you that that video you see has nothing to do with the Biafra Liberation Army. In fact, as a matter of fact, that video was probably a video of 2021 when we were not even, yet in this whole thing that is happening. So it was a video that was made by the Nigeria government to blackmail the ESN then. It was not even when Biafra Liberation Army was formed. Biafra Liberation Army was unveiled last year during the Finland Convention on the 21st of October, if I'm not mistaken. So It has nothing to do with the Biafra Liberation Army, and it can never be. And again, like I've just said a few minutes ago, that after 3 years of propaganda against the Biafra government or against the Biafra liberation, which I am heading, the people that are propagating these lies have come again to say that, oh, they have just come to notice that Biafras are willingly sitting at home, which is the fact, because they have come to understand that Nigeria is not happy with the result of the sit at home, and because they are tired, and once Nigeria complain, they understand that it's like this is really getting to these people. So if this is the only strength and power we have, let us use it judiciously. That's why Biafrans are sitting at home. And if we call for sit at home for 1 week, because they have seen how Nigeria have cried for over 3 years, they are still going to sit at home again. So forget all this, their lies of, oh, they are enforcing it, oh, they are enforcing it. When Mazin Amdekan was here, did you not hear his broadcast on Radio Biafra during the time the others sit at home? We have not said most of those things. We have not done anything like that. We have not enforced anybody to sit at home. We are fighting to protect our people from getting killed by the Nigeria army. Just like you said in the beginning, that how do we stop them from burning the villages and killing our people? These are the people trying to blackmail the Biafra movement, but they failed because they thought that when they bring gun, Simon Ekpa is going to run away. I'm not going to run away. I will still call again another sit at home that will even be worse than what they have seen before, but the time is coming. So it is a price that our people have to pay to delegitimize Nigeria and prove to the world that Nigeria have no control over the Biafra people again. That's what we are gaining, because a lot of people are asking, what is the sit at home doing? So apart from the economic strangulation of Nigeria, we're also proving that they have lost completely control over the people, at least for this part that are sitting at home, this part of Biafra that sit at home, the Biafra government, the Nigerian government have lost control over them. It's very important because the government in exile have to demonstrate they control some territory of their land, and that's what we have done. Thank you.
Thank you. And
All right.
Mayor, hold on. Mayor, I'm going to give you a chance to ask another question. You see that you are engaging our PM now, and he's responding to you. So for those that are still waiting to ask questions, these are the kind of questions that have been bothering you, and you have been listening to all the propaganda and lies. Now the PM will respond to you. And I will not call you a Coco if you are very reasonable with your questions like this. So please bring up that question again. Another one. Who's another one that is very hard? Who is talking?
And please, he can actually invite other people while he's on this space. So he can invite his fellow people to come here and ask questions, because I will give them opportunity to do that. Thank you.
Exactly. So if you just ask another question, we can stop. We don't even want our Biafra Republic government to come up here and ask us questions. We are looking for people like you. More of them, come here now and ask your question. Mayor, I'm going to give you another chance for 2 more questions, because while you're asking the questions, more of them will come and see that we are not attacking you, we are not calling you a Coco, because you are here to ask that questions that bother you. Please take the mic again and ask. Grab the mic. You can go ahead.
All right. One more question is this: I know that after 2nd of December, that there will still be checkpoint. There will still be Nigerian government presence here, and I know that like I've always heard you say that there will be an increase in the attacks on the Nigerian armed forces still occupying this area. So my question is this: if they intensify, because I know that the Nigerian armed forces have war machines. My question is this: if they intensify, is there any plans on your template to ask for military assistance or military equipment in exchange for something, maybe in exchange for resources in our land? Is there any plans you have to ask for military assistance or equipment from other countries?
I can tell you publicly,